One of them was hanging from the ceiling. Yeah. You guys are watching Buddy vs. Duff right now? Yeah. Okay. So you don't know who wins yet?
Are you gonna tell us?
I can't tell you, they'll sue me. But I'm sure you can go online and look. But later on in Buddy vs. Duff, where's Jeff? So there's Jeff, by the way. Everybody say hi, Jeff. So in Buddy vs. Duff, there's a wedding cake challenge. And the cake that I make for that challenge is one of the ones that I had at my wedding. It's hanging from the ceiling. Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Amazing.
And then the third cake, we had 3. The third one was made out of meat.
Meat, yeah.
It was made out of meat. So the bottom one was meatloaf. The next one was meatballs. The next one was, what was the next one?
Of what?
The meat cake.
There was a gyro meat.
Oh yeah, like gyro meat, like shawarma, kinda. And then the top one was scrapple, which you guys probably don't have here. It's basically like a sausage, but it's the stuff that they don't use for sausage. So it's like all the trimmings.
All right.
And then the bride and the groom on top were hot dogs. It was really cute. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Jeff is actually already starting, but we're gonna decorate a cake because I think the decorating is a little more exciting, a little cooler than baking a cake. So we already have cakes baked here by our lovely chefs here at the festival. Huge help. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we are actually gonna make a talking drum. Yeah, it's
guys,
really cool.
Duff has been visiting the whole of Lagos. You've been to the shrine, I see.
Yeah, we went to the shrine
yesterday. Is from?
Yeah, so we're both musicians, we love music, and so we went to the shrine yesterday. There wasn't a show going on, which is too bad, because I would have loved to see him.
You have to come back.
Yeah, that would have been incredible. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make one of these, so I'm going to go get to work. And you guys, anybody, if you have a question, yell it out, let me know, interrupt, it's totally cool.
Okay.
This is not rocket science, okay?
Okay, so before we go into questions, you're going to have to tell us a little bit about I know you did the Guinness World Record, the biggest cupcake.
They took it away from me.
I hear, because I said it was done in 2 parts.
No, well, that's what they said.
Okay.
But the reason why they really took it away from me was because on Ace of Cakes on the show, I was making fun of the Guinness Book of World Records because it's silly, right? It's like, I was like, it was dumb, And so they were like, hey, we're not dumb, and they took it away from me.
But are you going to attempt another one?
Well, I have another one. I made the world's largest cheesecake.
What's the manpower for that? How many people do you get that done?
We use moist, and also when we make it, we put chocolate in it as well. So it's like a pumpkin chocolate chip cake. It's super good. Super good.
Okay, we have another one here.
What's your favorite flavor?
I think that's pretty much the same question.
Well, my favorite flavor, like not in cake, what's my favorite flavor? I don't know. What's your favorite flavor?
I love coffee, anything.
Coffee,
Yeah,
okay,
coffee
sure.
cake, coffee ice cream.
Coffee ice cream is, I don't know. My favorite flavor, you know what my favorite flavor is? Clams.
Really?
Not in a cake, just to eat. I love clams.
Okay. All right. Do we have any questions, comments so far? How we do with the cake? What is that you're doing? I don't even know what you're doing.
So what's happening right now is Jeff was carving the cake because if you look at like inside the drum, it starts big and then it gets small and then it gets big again, right? So what we have to do. So what we do is before you start like a big project like this, so we figure out like, okay, what do we need? Right? Well, we know we're gonna need to make, we know we're gonna need a top, right? So we make a top, right? We know we're gonna need the rawhide, the size. So when we got here a couple days ago, we sat in Jeff's room and we made all these. This is all made out of gum paste. Right? We made a whole bunch of them. We'll show you how we made these too. It's pretty cool. We figure out what is the structure going to be. So for example, this one, we needed a piece of wood, we needed the pipe, we needed all the stuff. So that way we can kind of make a list of everything you need, sketch it out, really wrap your head around, how do you create this thing? Because it looks simple, but then you start getting into it and you're like, oh wait a minute, it's got this part, and it's got this thing that pulls the strings, and so there's a lot that goes into sort of planning it out. So always, even if you're just going to make a little birthday cake, sketch it out first. You know, because that way you know what you're getting into. You know what you want to achieve, right? Like a business plan, same thing. You know what you want to achieve. Write it down.
Okay. I'd just like to remind all of our friends and followers on Facebook that we're taking. Okay.
Yeah, dude, look, that's super
We're
cool.
out of time, guys.
No, we're not. We're not done.
Can you see?
All right, I'm just gonna start on this then.
Yeah, it's just like
Are you just
totally.
going straight up and down? or-
No,
Yeah.
doing like a cross.
Oh, you cross in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Thank you, Abby. Can I call you Abby?
Abby.
Abby's good.
For you guys, Abby, sorry. Because of Jeff, Abby.
What's up, Big Mo? Oh my God, I'm a little winded. I didn't know what I was going to do when I came, so I felt running while holding my shorts up was the best thing.
No, you did
The best
well.
way to introduce myself to your beautiful country. So almost dance myself. But
So what's up, Jeff? What are we doing today?
we are making a cake.
No! It's joking!
I can't. No. Can anybody guess what we're going to make today?
Sandwich! But what kind of sandwich are we making?
Well, you know what? I'm going to do something that I love, right? I think that always comes through during one of these demos or classes. Cook what you know and cook what you love, and it'll. Oh man.
It's okay. Do you some water? Can we get some
Get
water?
a water, man. I can water. How about some oxygen? So I'm going to do one of my favorite sandwiches on the planet. It's like a fried chicken sandwich with like iceberg lettuce and creamy tomato on a soft, pillowy bun. You take a bite, your teeth hit the crunch of that expertly hand-breaded, deep-fried piece of chicken, and you get it, a little drips down your Then you end up trying to eat your own hand, and you're like, stop, this is too good. We're gonna make it even better. We're gonna do a classic Nashville hot preparation
Okay.
of a fried chicken thigh, dark meat. Anybody a dark meat or a white meat? Who likes white meat? Who likes the dark stuff? Nice and juicy, the skin, okay? We're gonna do it a couple different ways, but we're gonna do some boneless. I'm gonna fry some, maybe one of you guys get, I don't know, a drumstick to eat or today. I prepared for this. We're gonna make our own sauce for it, make our own hot seasoning. It's gonna be awesome. Great bread. You guys have, beautiful produce here and everything.
Okay,
And some great
thank
outfits.
you.
So, shall we start?
Yeah!
All right, so every sandwich, there's some rules of sandwiches, right? I said this in Dust, it's all about proper ratios, right? You don't want a big old bagel with one slice of meat, one slice of cheese, and too much sauce. It's not gonna be a fun eating experience. So, it's not only about the build. Oh, I know it's like cool dishes like that.
My question is, at what point in your life do you think you should go into sandwich business full time?
Good question. What point in my life did I make that decision to go in the sandwich business? I think it was my first job, much like Duff. I got a work permit. I was 14 and a half years old. I walked to the place closest to my house, which happened to be a butcher shop, and I got a job there. I made like $3.62 USD an hour, scrubbing fat off pans and sweeping blood and sawdust off the floor. It's a must. All right.
Well done!
Well done. That was one person. I made it, Ma. So we're gonna make sure, because every bite you want even, right? Sometimes you order a sandwich from somewhere, the first bite is just bread and lettuce and sauce. I want it all even Steven. Okay, so we got, I think I'm gonna do, that's a big one right there. So now we take this, right? I'm literally dunking right in there. Wait to see this.
I know who's gonna be tasting this.
Who's gonna be tasting it?
That young lady over there.
Who wants to taste it? Who asked the best question, I guess I should say.
Perhaps it was the young lady who answered the last question.
Yes, maybe. Where's Krusty Krust? Is the most. Come on down!
Yeah!
You're gonna eat a sandwich.
Okay, yeah.
You and me eating sandwiches.
Sarah, please leave it the back. Please leave it the back. One more.
It's gonna be so good.
Jeff,
What?
count 7 minutes.
Oh, so you mean I can sing for not 7 minutes and 56 seconds?
All right, I put the lettuce on the bottom. Controversial, I know. That's going to help kind of bolster, create airflow under there so the chicken remains crispy and not just getting soggy against the bottom bun. Thinking, right? Engineering this all the way. A couple, watch this, little tomatoes right on top there. And look at all these beautiful, look at this. Look at all this color. Yeah, she's got the pink, right? And the longer the red onions pickle, the pinker they get, right? So you can leave this all in there, and it's only gonna get brighter, right? And last longer. That's a great way when, like we do in our house, we make a big batch of pickled stuff, if it's starting to see, you know, not be past its prime, as we say. Great, now we can close up the top, and take a look at that.
Oh, so beautiful.
You are so beautiful. Me, can't you see? Sorry. I'm ready.
One more.
One more? You said one more? How dare you?
We're kicking you out of the back.
Oh, no! All right, normally we don't cut or say, how you doing? What's your name? Tanas? Tanas? Nice to meet you. Are you allergic to anything here? Because I don't want to get soup today. All right, you're not allergic to peppers, to chickens, to buns. Delicious tomato spread, which is spread. It's a must. There you go. It would have been more impressive if you had a shirt that said crust is a must.
We're gonna get
but I do like the old cut in half. Where we at? Where's my guy right here? You got that? You might want to do medicine for this. That's what I love, right? I love seeing all the, you know, the cross section. Beautiful. All right. Give it.
Okay, so.
I'm gonna make another one here. Who else wants to ask a smart question? I got other fried chicken here.
Okay, so what is it? A smart question. Has to be really smart.
Smart question, but not math or geography.
Okay,
Or politics or social studies. All right, you ready? You know the rules? What's your name? Cassandra. Do you have dreams of being on television?
Yeah.
You're an actor. Oh, this is an actor. All right. Do we have a freshie to take a bite? Remember, nice small bite so you can talk. Because Ben took a little big of a bite. He spit on me a little bit. I got a little hot sauce in my eye. We won't talk about that now, will we? All right, Cassandra. You ready? Adjectives. Everyone, even if it doesn't apply. Like, it's a bit squirrely. You're like, what?